Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, 3 Cups Tarot. And in today's reading, we are going to talk about motivation and how to start living the life that you want to live. Especially with this pandemic and everything that's been going on and just life overall, we can get kind of stuck. And sometimes a little bit of guidance is great just so that we can know, hey, what can motivate me more? What should I do? Or how do I just start living the life that I want to live? Today, we're also going to be guided by the Oracle cards from Rebecca Campbell. It is called Work Your Light, and I thought that it was so fitting because we all have our seeds, right? We all have this innate ability, this spark, if you watch the movie Soul, that lives within all of us. And sometimes we just need that light, that spark to start up again, fuel that fire, get going on what it is that we truly want, love, need. Our passion gets thrown around nowadays loosely, but it's true. Our passion is very important. It's what keeps us going, that life factor that lives inside all of us, whether we want to believe it or not. We kind of suffer if we don't follow that path, follow that guidance. And if it's not something specific, it's just a way of life, right? The lifestyle that you go through. So without further ado, let's get started on the reading. For pile number 1, I've chosen this earring, this feather earring. Turquoise reminds me of the movie Rio. Pile number 2, you got the beautiful, beautiful black, very sparkly feather here. And then pile number 3, got all the colors. Looking like a peacock here. Okay, so you can pause the video, make your selection, or join me for the guided meditation. Take a deep breath in. And let it out. I want your whole body to just relax. Let the tension in your muscles, the tension built up around your neck and your shoulders and your brow line and in your jaw, let that just go. Let it go. Feel yourself planted onto this earth. Feel your light connect to the eternal light that connects all of us. Start to imagine yourself in a world where you know what you want. You know where you're going. You might not know it by facts or by words, but you have this feeling, you have this intuition. Your third eye is open and you are called to be in that place, in that moment, right now. Where is it that you want to go? Let that feeling and that passion and that drive, that energy flow into your body right now. And choose the card that most resonates with that feeling. Pile number 1, this is your reading on how to get more motivation, how to start living the life that you want to live. Pile number 1. Let's shuffle these a little bit more. Yeah, not good at shuffling. We have the 3 of Coins, the Chariot, and the Hierophant for now. I don't know how to say that word sometimes. All right, so pile number 1, how to start living the life that you want to live. Right now, pile number 1, I see that your life path is going somewhat of the way that you want it to go. So there is a connection between what it is that you want and what it is that motivates you, what it is that cultivates your seed within you. But there is a longing for something else. There's a longing for self-satisfaction. There's a longing for more control over your resources, your finances, not being maybe susceptible to somebody else. Maybe you have a boss and you're in a job where you're not, you know, the boss of your own self. You want to be an entrepreneur. You want to get some type of financial gain going. You know, like, I think 7 streams of income came into mind. You're a very ambitious person, pile number 1. And you have lots of talents, and you just need to, the motivation that you need is more of a education side, I feel like. Maybe getting into more of entrepreneur kind mindset, where you go and take classes and you go and find out about financial investments and all that. Then we have the King of Wands, the Lovers, such a beautiful card, the Emperor, yes, of course, because you got that boss kind of energy, and the World. Oh my goodness, pile number 1. I am going to hype you up because, listen, you got the motivation. I mean, how do you get more motivation? Be more disciplined, right? Because I think that's kind of one of your things that you need to work on. But you are living the life that you want to live, at least not in the grand scheme of things. You're probably like at 65%. But you have the World. I mean, you are this very firm, decisive, kind of in control of your life, not necessarily of your job, like I was saying beforehand. But you are the type of person who is very demanding within yourself, and just, you like to network and form connections, and maybe you want to go into enterprise or into a union of some kind, and I suggest that you go for it. Also, to start living the life that you want to live, you need to be more like this bird. You need to be firm in your decisions. You need to be firm in what you do, and if it goes bad, take responsibility for if it went bad or if it went good, you know, and make sure that your ultimate goal, your ultimate sunrise in your life is something that you aim for on a constant basis. Just put it on your mirror, put it on your wall, make some positive affirmations. I suggest that you implement some type of manifestation technique, which there's a lot of on YouTube, and go for it, pile number 1. You are on, like I said, you're on the right path. You might have some people who might not be so supportive, and get rid of them. You don't need them, pile number 1. If you have a love interest, or you have like a romance to somebody, and you want to form a union, I think in your sentimental side, you're also doubting yourself about that, pile number 1, and you need to just be firm in your decisions, plant your feet on the soil, and just go for it. With the Emperor and with the World, you just, I mean, come on, you to start living the life you want to live, you have to start believing in the life that you want to live. That is the first step. I know that it's kind of cheesy sometimes to say that, but you are not going to get what you want if you don't believe that you deserve to get what you want. And in your case, pile number 1, it's all a mental thing for you right now. You are doing the steps. You are going through and going ahead with trying to get to where you are trying to get to. But now it's mental. You know, try yoga, try meditation, try manifestation. Go ahead and get your positive affirmations going. You need to get all this positive energy within you. I would suggest a cleansing, maybe some Reiki, if you want to do that kind of thing. Or just you yourself boil some rose waters, pile number 1. Get some rose water going, and then just at the end of your bath, pour it over you so you can cleanse any kind of negative energy. Because I also feel that you're a sponge, right? You're a sponge and collect a lot of unnecessary energy that isn't yours, that isn't geared towards you, because you are like this very empathetic person as well. So get rid of it. You don't need it in your life. I feel like I'm just gonna get a couple more cards going. So, how to get more motivation, how to start living the life that you want to live. The Star. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's this kind of, you're waiting on something. It's like you're waiting on something, you're waiting for it to change as well. The Star is also longing and deep thought, but also for me it's prosperity. It's going to get better. And Three of Cups. Well, I mean, what else do you do you need in life? Hello, Three Cups Tarot. That's the perfect sign. And I receive it, universe, because it talks about completion. It talks about culmination into a positive outlook. This Three of Cups is devotion and discipline and just celebration because of what you were able to accomplish. So we started off so great. File number 1. I send you a lot of positivity and just a lot of energy and radiance, and hope that you take some steps into fostering and creating this world for yourself, which you deserve. Pile number 1. All right, let's see. Oracle cards. I'm not good at shuffling. Sorry, guys. This might be painful for a lot of you to watch. Okay, let's see. But the message will come across. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Ooh. Trust the niggle. And I'm going to get the guidebook out. I'll take let me do another one. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Ooh. Okay, and let's do a third one. Let's do the bottom one. Dance with life. Oh, so beautiful. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. And that's what I'm saying. You need to change your energy. You need to change your mindset. You need to change your beliefs in terms of what it is that you can accomplish just by being you, just by connecting to your divine and your spirituality and the universe, which is there to help you, guys. That's what I want you to understand. The universe, your spirit guides, your angels, they are trying to let you know that they are here for you, that whatever you need, all you need to do is ask. So let's get the guidebook out. Take a break. If you want to take a screenshot of that, go ahead. All right, I'm going to read it. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. It's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations, to take a moment from your busy schedule, to get off the treadmill of life, to appreciate and acknowledge all that you have created, achieved, released, or experienced before rushing on to the next thing, to be in the moment and enjoy where you are, to take a breath and regather your mind, body, and spirit, to recalibrate, appreciate, and celebrate, to decide on what you really want to experience next. If you take a moment, you're not going to miss out. Perhaps you've just completed a big project and manifested something significant in your life, released an old way of being, or just been burning the candle at both ends. Now is the time to take some time out before rushing on to the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself and recalibrate. Go on vacation, book a massage, take long walks in nature, go away for a rejuvenated weekend to recharge and replenish. So I think that this is a card that is forthcoming, because when you have the trust the niggle, dance with life, take a break, Three of Cups, the world, the Emperor, like, honey, your life, let me tell you, it's gonna go, it's gonna be fine. All right, trust the niggle. There we go. So for trust the niggle, what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? You can go ahead and take a screenshot. That niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling, that inconvenient, annoying niggling feeling, try as you might, it's there, and it ain't going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting, and until you face it, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. Often we feel the niggling feeling in our body first. Many people think that intuition is something from the higher realms, but in fact it is the body that is the intuitive one. You're being called to face the niggle now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and more obvious in your path. And then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now. Wow, pile number 1. So for sure, there's a lot of divinity and intuition and your spirit guides letting you know, come on, just, you know, like poking you, like, come on, remember that thing that you said you were gonna do? Remember that thing that you said you were gonna do? Do it. Dance with life. There we go. Do something to change your energy. Life is always moving. If you resist this ever-changing flow, your energy will become stagnant and you will fall out of flow with the universe. The universe has a mysterious, intelligent force, a natural rhythmic beat, which governs all life. One of the best ways to shift it is to put on some music and dance along with it. If dancing isn't your thing, then simply do something that you would not usually do to shift the energy. You cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it, and you cannot attract a different experience without changing your energy first. Yes, pile number 1, that's what I said. You have to, in order to live the life that you want to live, you need to believe in it. You need to shift your energy. You need to shift the way that you think. You need to shift the way that you believe, pile number 1, and you will get the world. Thank you for watching pile number 1. I wish you the best of luck and lots of peace, love, and light. Bye. Pile number 2, this is your reading on how to get more motivation and how to start living the life that you want to live. So let's shuffle the cards up. Okay. We got the 10 of Swords, Temperance, 5 of Coins, and Ace of Swords. Okay, let's put that there for a second. Pile number 2, how to start living the life that you want to live and get more motivation. So right now I see a little bit of a despair, kind of a desperate situation. I feel like you're like on an island and you're floating. So you feel a little bit isolated sometimes, pile number 2, and sometimes you lack the support that you think that you need in order to become this great person that you have envisioned for yourself. In order to start living the life that you want to live, pile number 2, you have to take accountability and responsibility for your actions. Because sure, there have been moments in your life when pain and suffering was inflicted upon you through others, but then the things that are in your control, you have to say, okay, yeah, that was me. And then moving forward, put yourself into a rehab of just being you and getting to know yourself. Because right now it's like, who am I? Where am I going? Sure, I have this kind of so-so life. I'm in this balance beam of the world, just not knowing which way to go because I see darkness all around me sometimes. But that's you. Like, you have to get up out of this turmoil that is your life with a lot of patience, a lot of self-love, so that you can find your way, so that you can find motivation, pile number 2. We have the King of Cups. I'm just gonna move this up, hold on. And the 8 of Wands, the Fool, and the Hanged Man. Okay, pile number 2. So I think that eventually you will find your light. Like, eventually your light is coming. There is a sense of longing and hope and believing that, okay, if I got through this bad kind of turmoil in my life in the past, guess what? I'm gonna get past this thing here that I'm going through as well, because I've been through worse. And in order to get more motivation, pile number 2, You have to light the fire within you. There's a lot of fire energy going on here with this. And then I feel like the tail is also a little bit of a fire. Because in and of itself, pile number 2, you are the type of person who can sometimes be delayed in their reactions and not take full action into what it is that you need to do, and are most likely kind of swayed and beaten down by others and by life. And you don't need to be that way, pile number 2, because in order to get the life that you want to live, you need to have this spark of strength, of power, of inner confidence, and the just straight out blatant belief that you will make it through, pile number 2. Because you have a lot to give, and you have a lot to still do in your life. In order to start living the life that you want to live, pile number 2, you have to start saying no. You have to start breaking the rules. This kind of mentality where you grew up in, pile number 2, it doesn't serve you that well anymore. Let go of that worry of thinking that if I don't do it this certain way, or if I don't follow this certain path, my life is just gonna go nowhere. No, that's not what's gonna happen. Let me get a couple more cards here. Let me shuffle these. How to get more motivation for you guys, pile number 2. How to get more motivation. Oh, this one wants to come out. 2 of Swords. Okay. And 9 of Cups. All right. So in order to get more motivation, you have conquered a lot of your demons. You have slayed them yourself in a literal, in a theoretical, figurative kind of way, okay? And you have done it silently, I think. You have fought a silent battle for most of your life, pile number 2. And all that hurt, all that, and see, there's fire here too, fire energy. You need to get mad, pile number 2. You need to get mad. You need to start feeling your emotions and not just draining them away, thinking that they're not there. With the 9 of Cups, pile number 2, some kind of betrayal probably happened in your life. You have to get more motivated by letting go of that and starting to have more self-care for yourself and have a much more positive look and belief about yourself, pile number 2. You don't need to compare yourself to anybody. You don't need to compare your life. You don't need to compare your situation, your healing journey, nothing. You don't need to, because there's a reason why you went through what you went through. All right, let's see. With the Oracle cards, I'm just gonna shuffle them a little bit. This is how I shuffle my cards, so. Oops, let's get a couple cards going. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Yes, pile number 2, yes. That is exactly what I'm talking about with this card right here. Release it. You have slayed them. You have done it silently. You have suffered this silent battle within yourself, not letting anybody know, just keeping it to yourself. And then where does it all go? You know, like, where does it go? Where does it go? You are a human being, and you have to remember that you're a human being. You're not a robot. You're not Microsoft Word updating to its latest software. No, you are human. Pile number 2. And Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Okay. Let us get the guidebook. So here's Lemuria, and like I did with pile number 1, you may just, if you want to, take a screenshot. There we go. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Lemuria is one of the earth's lost lands, where heaven really was a place on earth, a time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. In Lemuria, life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal and were deeply reverent to Mother Earth. Perhaps you too believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of affairs on the planet right now, but you're being encouraged to keep holding the clear vision of the future. It is closer than you think. Keep doing what you're doing, and remember, the only way to heal the world around us is to first heal ourselves. Yes, your self-healing is very important, pile number 2, because I hate to be repetitive, but the only person that matters in this life is you. And how you handle your situation, your finances, your education, whatever it is that you are thinking about right now is the correct way. Because it's you, you know? Like, who knows you better than you? Okay, Unbound. Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. It is time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you're ready to release, ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiration date. It could be a vow of silence or chastity or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. It is time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer sustainable. So pile number 2, I highly suggest that you meditate and you ground yourself and you release these old contracts and these past lives and these karmic debts that might be chained to your energetic light. And there are plenty of meditations online that might help you do that, guided meditation. So I highly suggest you do that on YouTube. All right, Council of Light. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. The Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it is time to ask them. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put in your requests and let them get to work. It's like a spirit world United Nations. They want to thank you so much for doing this work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. I think that with this reading, pile number 2, there's a lot of sense of just slowing down, asking for help, a spiritual help, asking to have these contracts removed, even in your own meditation, when you are practicing, you know, your silent time or whatever. Ask your spirit guides, ask the universe. I pray and I ask for my contracts, past lives, and karmic debts to be removed from my soul now and forever. And you shall receive, pile number 2. And I definitely hope that in your journey of self-healing and self-love and self-appreciation, you might find your way. I know that we all struggle to have some type of equilibrium in our lives. And I do hope that it goes well for you, pile number 2. Sending a lot of peace, love, and light. Goodbye. Pile number 3, this is your reading on how to get more motivation and how to start living the life that you want to live. Let's put that aside here. And let's shuffle the cards. All right, we have the 2 of Coins, the 6 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. Okay, pile number 3. All right, so I see that you are a giving person. You are a person of much determination and will. You are a kind, generous person. But you have let your heart be kind of damaged in the process. And sometimes it is hard for you to let go of toxic people or toxic situations just because maybe you're a little bit codependent. So I think that you need to start living a life in which you are at the center of it all. You have a lot of drive, pile number 3. You have a lot of passion. You have a lot of dreams and desires. But some people in your life just bring you down. And you have to let them go. We have the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. I'm just going to rearrange these. All right, pile number 3. I think that in order to get more motivation, you have to literally take the heart. Like, these 2 cards are like, take it. You have to take it. No more asking for permission. No more tiptoeing. Just avoiding the subject. Kind of like the big elephant in the room. Take it. Say it. Walk the walk and talk the talk. I feel that you know what you want to do, pile number 3. I feel that you know what you should be doing and how you should be living your life and how you want to live your life. But because of the ties to these people or the ties to this past life or this present life that you're living, that's just weighing you down and tearing you down. You are kind of in love with this fantasy of what your life should be like, and I feel that you live more in this fantasy world and in this imagination land than in the real world, taking it and grabbing life by the horns and saying, you know what, I'm going to make this fantasy life happen for me. Because you are a gentle soul, you're a caring soul, you wouldn't ever leave your family to dry or the people that you care about. But what about you? You're leaving yourself out to dry, pile number 3. And that's not a way to live. That's not a way to foster this inner confidence and this badass kind of energy that you need. It's going to take hard work, and I think that you know that it's going to take hard work, and it's going to take motivation and discipline and all these different traits, right, that we talk about. But when you're like in school or in jobs or at work, whatever, you are thinking about this fantasy life and you are daydreaming about what it is that you want and what it is that you feel that you should have. And yes, that's a form of manifestation, but when you're supposed to be doing something else and you're thinking about it, that's not manifesting, because you have to be in a state of just being, in a state of just being present, and then proactively going ahead and fighting for your dreams and fighting for what you believe in and fighting for your life. I'm not saying that it won't come true, pile number 3. I'm just saying that you need to put into action what it is that you think that you should put into action. And I think you know what it is. Let me get a couple more cards here. The 2 of Cups and the Hermit. Okay. This sanctity of living in your own space and in your own life and in your own fantasy world, with this card, right? And just the Hermit coming up, because when you do think like this, you kind of isolate yourself from your real world. It's like an escape route for you, which is okay, but how much more of it can you take? Like, how much more of it? Because yeah, sure, you're living this fantasy life, you're living this feeling and emotions, and you actually are in it, of wanting to leave and wanting to escape and wanting to find love and wanting to do all these kinds of things, but you're still in isolation and you're still kind of retreated. And I think in order to get more motivated, use this as your strength, right? Because you deserve it. Like, you are a kind person, you are a gentle soul, you are the kind of like very loyal and giving and sacrificing and almost to the bone. And now it's your turn. Now it's your time. Give yourself permission to at least try one of the things that your mind wanders and thinks about. If you want to ask the girl out, if you want to consider that new job offer, if you want to go ahead and form that alliance with so in person, or if you want to go ahead and go on that vacation, plan for that trip, that is the time that you give yourself. But make time for it. Don't just pretend that you're at work and then, you know, daydream and just think, oh, you know, it could have, would have, should have. No, you have that ability. You are a fighter, and you are a person that should get what they want. And I'm not saying to be erratic with it. I'm not saying to leave responsibilities that you think are needed. But slowly but surely, like the hare, right? The tortoise and the hare. Slowly but surely, make sure that you are putting some of your dreams first. At least one of them, right? Okay. Pile number 3. Let's look at your oracle cards. Oop, 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 oop. Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Yes, perfect. Because you can't be the mom of everybody. Pile number 3. I'm not saying you're a mom, but you probably have like a nurturing, you're like the nurturing friend. You're the mom of the group. Sometimes the cards pop out. Oh. Okay, well, I was just talking about how sometimes the cards pop out. All right, birthing a new age. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. And 2 more cards decided to pop out. You got a lot more cards, 2 more cards than the other 2 piles, pile number 3. Your spirit guides definitely want you to know this message. Soul family, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Oh my gosh. Yes, your spirit guides definitely want you to know that, hey, I'm here for you. You don't got to worry about it, you know? Okay. How do I fit all of these? Let me just fit these in here. So I'm going to consult the guidebook, but I think that for these, like, you are not alone, your ancestors stand beside you, that is a clear message. So let me go ahead and start off with Star Mother. Here it is. So you can go ahead and take a screenshot of the pages, pile number 3. You are more held than you could possibly imagine, loved and cherished so dearly that if you knew, you would not spend 1 second of your life in separation, worry, or fear. Let the mother carry your burdens. Let her rock away your fears. Please, please, sweet child, do not fear. You have got this, and the mother has got you. Forgive yourself, my dear sweet child of the earth. Aww. Birthing a new age. And I think that the sweet, sweet child just indicates also that Like I said, you are a very sweet, caring, just teddy bear kind of person. All right, birthing a new age. And we have a plane. All right. Often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Birth them anyway. We are birthing a new age. Be courageous and do it anyway. It is time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. We are dreaming a new world into being. Yes, dream a new world, pile number 3. You are able to dream a new world. You got this. Soul family. It is time to call in your soul family and support team. If you haven't found them yet, this is a sign that they are close by. If you have already found them, then you're being called to let them support you and perhaps also assemble a wider support team. Tune into what kind of support you need now. And there's different kinds of support, pile number 3, especially with the people that you need to let go. I would suggest keeping tabs on like how people treat you when you need them and they're not there. It's like, okay, that friend or family member is not for me, because you can't just be there for good times. You have to be there for bad times as well. And trust is very important. Let's see, Anna, grandmother. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. She was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundations for Christ consciousness to be woven through all of life. She is not widely known, but without her, Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being while knowing that they would not see the glorious end result. Anna is gathering us all to remember and surrender to our part of the plan. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Yes, a seed of light. That is definitely what I'm trying to get at, pile number 3. Just to get more motivated, cultivate that seed of light. Don't let others dim it for you. You have to be able to fuel it, put gas into it, and little by little, step by step, go into the direction that you are destined in being to be in. They are here for you, your spirit guides. Ask for help, ask for clarification, ask for more guidance if you need to, and the support system. Call in your people, pile number 3. Thank you for watching. Bye.